Hello everybody, I'm Overhaul, and today I'm ranking every student in class 1A. Now, before we get into this, I need to bring up two or three things. First thing is, this is an opinion-based video. Everyone's opinion is different, and why are different, and I'm pretty sure that not everyone has the same. I mean, there might be some that are the same, it's mostly the beginnings, but some of them are going to be different. Second, I do not own any of these images. The images of the numbers I do not own, and the images of the characters I do not own. They're all just used so you will get the sense, because I can imagine that with some of them you would probably forget unless if you get their names. So yeah, anyways, let's begin with this video. Number 20, Rikido Sato. Yeah, I think this guy is not very much of a shock to me. It's just his design is pretty boring, or hero look, or genetic. How he looks like mostly like those heroes who are just in the background to show that even though they're not the main ones, they still respond to the emergency. And no, his personality is pretty bland. Like, I think the biggest personality he has shown yet was when they were having the competition between the rooms, and in the last chapter where he screamed about that plan is not going to work, or something like that. Or no, right now he's the most boring and pretty generic and the most forgettable guy. I think his hero name is more to remember, even though it's just Sugar Man. So yeah, it makes sense why he's the bottom. Hell, I'm not even sure how he manages half the things. Like, the side effect of his quirk is that after he eats some sugar, after a couple of seconds or a minute or so, he becomes dumb. So how did he pass? Because apparently he's also very slow, so it's just weak. No one knows how it's hard to tell really with him. It's like he's very forgettable. Number 19. Hunter Sarah. Now, although people like Sarah, I mean, I think they usually put him in the 16th or 17th place. I just don't like Sarah because he's just very, I mean, it's not hate, it's just, all his scenes so far are basically like, hey, this guy has a tape type quirk and he uses it to almost win. I mean, again, his big moment was against Shoto, which I think we can all agree was just to use a father character that can easily be dominated by him without any problem. And Sarah fit the bill because he's the guy who can make it the closest to look like he wins, even though the difference in power is like Dragon Ball Super, Blue Vegeta, and Raditz. Maybe a bit closer, but still, you got not really understandable, not really equal. And the next time is just he helps in victory in the provisional license exams, because it makes sense that we get a bit more actions from him because, well, I mean, he is the type who have the easiest way. I mean, he just needs to wrap them out. So yeah, he's supposed to basically be the Spider-Man in My Academia, but yeah, so far he doesn't really do much. Number 18. Toru Hagakure. Now, the only reason why she's not 19 or 20 is because, well, I kind of like her jokes. Like, the joke where she's like, yeah, it's freezing cold, but my hair custom kind of relies on me being naked, so, yeah, I suffer. And I do also like the whole traitor theories with her, because she's one of the more likely ones. And I do kind of like her interactions with everyone else. But except those minor things, she's extremely forgettable and boring and bland. I mean, seriously, the only real thing is with the whole invisibility, because they look like Are those ghosts possessed or something? I mean, except that she's practically nothing. Number 17. Moshiro Ojiro. Yeah, you're probably shocked that he's so high. I don't know, I think Ojiro usually ranks pretty low. I think he's usually the 18 or 19. I think I saw him once being, I think someone actually put him at his least favorite. So yeah. Which, to be fair, is not completely wrong. Like, the entire joke with him is that he's so normal, so boring. Like in the previous one, it's the best example. Body girl will nearly is in a situation where she can practically get eliminated, and she's like, this was so boring. Which, to be fair, I think even Shoji could not do anything too much special, so yeah. He's basically the martial artist of the group, and yeah, he's basically supposed to be the normal guy, and I can also assume that he's supposed to be used as someone that can make easier combat drawings, because for some other students like Jiro and Kaminari, they are a bit more restrictive to how much they can have combat from them. So I think that's the real point of Ojiro, just to have someone else on the spotlight, but at this point, I think he's pretty goddamn weak and losing pretty much everything. Now, he's the reason why in round 3, class 1, why there was a draw and not a victory. So yeah. Number 16. Aoyama. Not a lot of people like him ever since his his character development, and obviously he was just this, pay attention to me, I twinkle so much, and all that. But for me, he's just the showboarder, and even though he's acting more friendly and all that, he's just like his whole again stomach sick is becoming painful, and some of his expressions are like just they just look weird and uncomfortable. I don't know why. Also, his whole laser shooting things, they don't really help. Like seriously, the guy can basically be Iron Man in My Academia with his lasers on his feet and his arms, but he decides to put them on places where you don't usually fight them. Like, why the fuck did he have lasers on his shoulder pads? I mean, for God's sake, why? Also, if he's gonna use his lasers to move around faster, why doesn't he put some kind of rollerblades or something so he can? I mean, at least do something. Well, that'll be a bit harder because of the K, but still, the same, like, Iron Man thing, whole. Yeah, it's not, I'm not really a big fan of it. I can complain about stuff for him, but, because he is the first character that actually, has character and not just some jokes with him. Yeah, it's kind of understandable why. Number 15, Koji Koda. Now, some of you guys say, Koji Koda, the 15, wouldn't it make more sense for him to be 16 or 17 or something? No, the reason why I put Koji Koda is so high is because, well, I kind of have a lot of the fan fictions, a lot of material with him and Jiro and Kaminari and the romantic trio or something, and yeah, basically it's mostly because of Jiro I like him that much. Plus, I do kind of feel like he's just gonna go berserk and just start being like a beast. Because I did see some of the concept arts for him when he's a pro hero, and man, those look cool. I mean, the real pro at him is the fact that he doesn't go into more of a hand-to-hand combat, like, screw communicate with the animals. You're a giant, hardened kid who probably, I believe, has 4 or 5 when it comes to strength. Do that, something with that. So yeah, it's mostly just shipping material, and I do kind of like what he has done in the final exams when they were fighting against the teachers. Like, you need to realize this is against the teachers, and these aren't your everyday easily beaten pro heroes. These are some extremely trained and powerful pro heroes. Plus, he doesn't help where the Kirishima was defeated, and he's definitely stronger than Koda. So yeah. It's not like he will be stressed out. I want him somehow. how, and consider the fact that Jill was on inspiring him, it's just very good. But still, it's mostly the shipping material and fanfictions. Number 14. Mina Ashido. Fan service, purely fan service. The main reason, fan service. Yes. Her pervert jokes with Mineta, where he's like, oh, I want to touch your ass. And all that, those are the main things. The picture of her just with her in her underwear and boots, the best thing I've seen in a while. I'm a pervert, so perverts are obviously gonna be biased to the sexy women. Oh, so sexy. Now, if you excuse me, I need to go to someone else before I start doing some things with a man gun. You know, the gun where all man of us are born with. Oh, also the reason she's not high is because of the lack of characters she gets. Like, says she only gets the flashback, which is more focused on Kirishia, but it's besides the point. To the next character. Number 13. Minoru Mineta. Although I'm a pervert, he's a pervert, you think we would be kind of getting more connected, like something like Sanjay and Brooke? But the reason why he's low is because, well, he really doesn't do much and he doesn't go over the top with his perverted jokes. Like, if you're gonna have a pervert character, go have him have more of over the top moments, like, I don't know, some more like into the whole things. Like sneaking into a woman's room or something. Just kind of I just kind of expect more perverted stuff, especially since he's so short and consider the fact that one possibility for his room is a sex dungeon, which I am kind of subscribing to that theory that that's what his room is. You would kind of expect otherwise. I think they have showed to go into his room and he like, when he was after Koda's bunny because he ran away, but still. I don't know, something, I think that, but I don't think that was actually just something that could possibly happen or something. I don't know, really. Plus, his whole throwing sticky balls are kind of just, how the heck does this guy even think about being pro hero? Also, sometimes he's so being beaten by some other things and then praising himself is kinda not that good. I mean, seriously, dude. You really think you're on the level of Izuku? I mean, for God's sake, Izuku can kick your ass 10 times to some days if you just flip his finger at this point. He is one of the weakest members. If I'm totally fair, if I would be ranking these characters by power-wise, I would put him at 19 because I only consider Toro to be weaker than him. So yeah, he's not really that impressive. But still, I do like some of his perverted jokes, and he is somewhat entertaining. Also, his battle with Midnight, clearly it was not nearly enough fan service there. You know what Mineta should have done after he and Sarah passed? He should have turned around and started running right into Midnight's butt and then started doing stuff with her. Because, well, she was stuck to those balls and that balls didn't look like they were going to get removed anytime soon. So, yeah. You missed a big opportunity over there, Mineta. Number 12. Mezo Shoji. Now for the design aesthetic, he's alright. I do kinda like his whole quirk thing. Although, granted, his flash connecting all three of his arms kinda feels weird. And I do kinda like what he has been doing in the training camp arc, but I'll tell that he is a decent character. There's not incredibly much to talk about. Although it does seem, although it is kind of funny how he's the youngest member of the class, yet I'm pretty sure the tallest, and from the kind of the body structure I see, he seems to be kind of physically the most competent. You know, you just got like sheer muscles. So, but yeah. So just that's very good. Especially since I started to watch My Hero Academia anime while it was during the first training camp arcs where he's shining the most, where he... Honestly, I feel like although Izuku took the most amount of damage, I feel like he took the second most amount of damage because First he gets his arm cut off, then he gets half of his arm burned, and he finds a crazy girl that could cut him up multiple times. Granted, it will not have much of an effect on him because he can regenerate, but still. Not really the most, how shall we say, into character. Also, there are some traitor fears about him because, I don't know, something about the line with beware the man you think you know, which is something connected with a rhyme with the multiple arms. So yeah, traitor fear is becoming more likely with him. And plus I kinda have a hard time disproving every single evidence with him, so yeah. He's an alright decent character. Number 11. Momo. Now some you may say, this is extremely low to give Momo. Now the reason why I give her this low of a moment isn't because of the fact that for me the worst chapter in My Academia so far is the chapter in which a team loses. Besides that, the real reason why she's not up higher is because I just like the other characters more, and well, to be fair, I do kinda acknowledge the fact that some people do need to feel a bit weaker, and the whole fact that she kinda would be accepted to UA no matter what. In fact, the reason why she got accepted was because of her credentials. She only had to show how powerful she was to see if she was going to be in 1A or 1B. But yeah, the way she kinda got, so yeah, the reason why is because the whole thing that she doesn't really do much. Plus, I feel like the way they kinda do her quirk, it's kinda underutilized. Like they have her do some stuff, but I kinda wish they do more with her. But I do kinda like her personality, how she interacts with people. I do like it how even though she is the subject of the most affection from the perverts, she's not like Nami from One Piece where she'll smack Sanji down. No, she's just like, ugh, get away from me, stop focusing on it, doing something like that. Which is pretty entertaining if you ask me. So I do kinda like her authoritarian, and in fact she from the start was already like able to see like through things and no problems like the teachers, which was pretty entertaining. And also her interactions with the rest of her class are pretty great. So yeah, she's a great character, it's just I prefer the other ones more. Number 10. Tenya Ida. His design, one of the best in the series. His quirk, great. His fight style with the kicking seems to be badass, and I just like him. I like how he was the one that was used the whole go in recklessly into danger where you don't need to ask for it, because he's generically that character would be screaming his ass out, no, do not do that! Yet he's the one. Plus he's like in one of the best arcs so far in the series with the Stain arc. He's basically the second most important character there. And he's all in all a great character. I do kind of wish that he would get more victories under his belt. And I would like to know if the whole his arm might be normal thing would be brought up a bit more, because I don't think it was actually said ever that it got healed, which is weird, but yeah, still, who cares? He's a great character, and I do kind of like the kind of, question was kind of like, alright, if we're gonna have 20 students, let's have a character who basically be like the teacher's pet, but instead of making him a weak, nerdy character, let's make him buff, make him powerful, and make him kind of be the robot. Yes, I mean his dad is a robot, and he's like, when he's constantly jumping the air. It's just funny. I don't know why. I do kind of wish we get more of him, but consider the fact we find out the reason why we didn't get more of him is because his muffler was ripped out, because that's how his quirk can get better and improvements. Is the fact that he needs to rip them out, which is alright. This is good, because it's like some points where you're like, Yeah, quirks need to get put to their limits, but should it be a bit more physical damage when it came to improving some quirks? So yeah, I do like that. And also, his round in the battle between 1A and 1B, although I'm not exactly 100% on board with the ending, I do like how it went. And who knows how fast this get would go. I kind of wish there was going to be a villain that was a speedster amongst the League of Villains that will face him, but considering the fact that Spinner is such a wishing to be facing him, following Stain's lead, and he seems to be aware of what Stain thinks of these Todoroki, Izuku, and Ida, it's very likely he'll face his Spinner. Which I now realize I probably should ask which ones will, in the final battle with the League of Villains, which one will have someone. So yeah, for me, I know Spinner is the most likely up to the it's gonna fight, unless it is going to introduce a speedster on board. So yeah, number 9, Uchako Uraraka. Now, some people can say, number 9? That's extremely low for the best girl. Well, what can I tell you? Choco may be best girl to you, but for me she's not, and to be fair, some of her things are pretty generic girly things. Like how she seems to constantly blush. Let's just see, is that makeup or does she constantly blush? Like, I know Jill has makeup, and her times when she blushes are extremely known, but what's up with her? Plus, the whole thing is pretty entertaining and cute and adorable. I don't kind of like how Izuku is this really awkward guy, but she's accenting awkward around him as well. And whenever it comes to the boyfriend and things, she's like, And her quirk is pretty good. The whole zero gravity thing, and her battle with Bulgo was incredible because this was like one of these fights where you're like, there's no way. This battle will end extreme badly with her. Just give up, big girl. Hell, is there a way we could make... Is there a way if the public says she needs to give up or something? Like, it's one of those types of scenarios. But yet, she starts to go and she goes and fights Bulgo. Granted, she ends up getting wrecked extremely, but hell, she stood up and fought against Bulgo. A feat that I'm pretty sure it's not easy to do. So yeah, also the reason I like about in Ida is because just the Kajisaki arc is, in my opinion, better in the Stain arc, so... And I kind of like it how she, Tsuru and one of the big three teaming up against one of the 8 precepts or the 8 expendables numbers. That was kind of entertaining. I do kind of like how her thing first was just to overly show her emotions, but now she's trying to not focus on them when they are in training, and I'm guessing also when they are at normal day lives. It's, I don't know exactly know, but yeah, it's pretty much generic things. But I do still like her a lot. Number 8, Denki Kaminari. Shipping thing with Jiro is another reason why I like the people with electric type powers, which I think is either my second or my favorite superpower. So yeah, I do like his personality, his design is cool. I like whenever he wins and how he is basically supposed to be the voice of reason, even though he's supposed to be the dumbass of the class, but he's still great. I just like him a lot. He's just so entertaining. I do kind of wish he would go use his electric type quirk in better versatilities because, well, Jiro knows that his quirk is extremely powerful. It's just he cannot use it to his full potential. Also, I watched a fan-made comic in which when he gets his weakness out, which is extremely weakness, which is the reason why I think he's the traitor. And he just like says that this is nothing. And I can only start to imagine all the powers he could get. Like, maybe he can make some kind of a barrier to protect himself, or maybe he has some kind of a quirk that will allow him to instantly make all the sweat from Bakugo just become so hot that it will no longer be, or maybe make a thunder sword or a thunder spear. Maybe he'll be able to move like Kizaru from One Piece or something like that. It's just so great. I can't wait to get more focusing on him and more character development. Seriously, Hakoshi, you after this arc, if you're not gonna have the villains, the League of Villains be the main focus in the next arc, you should have Kaminari be the main focus. Because man, I'm beginning to think that we do need to get addressed more competence from him, because I can kind of feel like after that battle he'll be like, I did, I was basically the reason why we won. I'm come up with a plan, and yet I'm still being shit on because it took. I guess I want to see more character development from him, because I feel like at this point we kind of do need to focus less on Izuku and all that, because at this point we have gotten so much from Izuku that right now it's time to get more focus on the other characters. And plus, it's a bit about time we get more of a traitor thing going on. So I assume that Kikoshi forgot the whole traitor thing. So that's why he is number 8. Number 7. Izuku Midoriya. Now some of you guys say, but he's the main character, how could he not rank in the top 5? I mean, he's not. Look, let me explain. Just because he's the main character and he has the most amount of character development and the most amount of screen time, the most amount of things, that doesn't mean he'll be the best. I mean, his whole thing is a bit. I mean, his whole nerdy personality, although it can be relatable, it's not the exactly best thing. Plus, it doesn't really help how sometimes he just feels like what he does is automatically right. No, and sometimes he does good things. Feel like they kind of underestimate the other characters. Like, it's just weird. I don't like how he's progressive and his quirk is, and the fact that his quirk is genetically the one type of a quirk that would usually be, the genetic muscle hat of the group. But I like how he's smart. He's not automatically he's the smart kid. He's not automatically the smartest. That's Momo, Leader, and Paco. But still, although he's great and his design is amazing, I just don't feel as much as some people who would rank him in the top 5. He's still a good character. I don't complain. And if I be honest, this would be like if I would rank them by 100%. Kaminari would be, let's say, 80. He would be 85, and Ochako would be 70. So that's how I would kind of go. So he's a bit better than Kaminari, but not too much. Plus, sometimes these main characters do feel a bit boring and bland if they are not have some kind of a cool ass factor, and that unfortunately Izuku doesn't have. But still, he's a great character, no complaints. But it's by that point. But just the fact I kind of want to see more from the other ones. Like seriously, could Hiroshi have Jiro be the one that fights Gentle? I mean, I know he had a whole airy thing, but still. Number 6. Sorry about that. I had it seems like that Antimatter showed up again. No idea. Back to the Tokoyami guys. Tokoyami, his design is awesome. I like his quirk. It's amazing, and his whole edgelord thing is just awesome. Also, I found out the edgelord from him, so yeah, he's great. He's badass and just a great character. I wish we get more from him, but I kinda think he's just supposed to be this badass character. Also, if you really think about his physical look and all that, you do realize how powerful his quirk is just about extreme amount of practicing. I do like the name of his moves, like the Black Fallen Angel, and I believe our move is also called the Black Garnet, where he basically becomes like combines with Dark Shadow, which is just amazing. He is just a great character. Number 5, Bakugo. We are kicking the top 5 with an explosion, and that's Bakugo, bitches! Bakugo, cool design, blows up everything which is usually designed with the forgettable heroes, or just with villains, but he is dominating. His name really should be Lord Explosion Murder. The murder may seem a bit redundant, but who cares? It's fucking awesome. He dominates everyone else. He is practically invincible. Who knows how we'll beat him? And he can practically beat pro heroes he can defeat pro heroes with ease. And ironically enough, he may seem like a guy who can take down professional villains and pro heroes, but yet he has never actually faced them in combat. How the fuck do you do that? Seriously, Hiroshi, get us a fucking badass fight with him and one of the villains or heroes. He is a too big of a badass not to have that. Number 4, Tsuru Asui. The best fucker. Who the fuck knew a fucker can look so fucking sexy? And where is our fan service offer right now? Her character is good. I like her design. Her quirk is a bit standard. I would prefer Lizard, but hell, these are in a great way, and I can't wait for her to get more from her. For her fight with the Choco against that 8% like ours, that was amazing and good duo. And I like it how powerful her target is because she can apparently carry normal sized people with ease and jump around, and she's very maneuverable. I do kind of wish that we get more weaknesses from her in combat, because the only weakness was in a filler episode against a filler villain, but that's besides the point. She's a great character, and I think we can all agree that we want to see more of her. I wonder if there's going to be a bigger character development arc or something with her, but right now I kind of want to focus on the little less popular characters, but overall she's a great character. Number 3, Eijiro Kirishima. I can tell you this by just one moment why he's in the top 3, and that is his fight with Rapapa, bitches! That match was amazing! The way how he nearly fell down to the floor after one punch, and then he ran over there, and he built him up to face him, where he was getting pounded by Rapapa's punches. He withstood them. He took them all like a man, and he fights back, and if that stupid but 8% would then interrupt and put a barrier on Rapapa, he would have damage and go on like a man with a big damage. And we cannot wait for him to have his rematch with Rapapa. Who knows, maybe after the jailbreak arc where the toddler is present, Rapapa's gonna come back and he would win. He's so amazing that I'm literally shaking the earth. I'm just talking about his awesomeness. Well, Kirishima, you're such a man! Number 2. Super Mario vs. with Kirishima. Now to Shoto Todoroki. Now the reason I like Shoto Todoroki is because his quirk is pretty good. His design, I don't like how he has one of the more different type of designs. Like first, his design was seemed to be normal clothes with just one half being frozen, the fire half. I do like how he acts with his father and his development with his, because the main focus is his father and shows how much of a fact his father had on him using fire side. I like how as soon as he find out using that, he was like, yeah, I kinda need to. Yeah, and was given his new costume, he accepted that. Either does kinda look like Endeavor, or it was great. I do like how his opinion on Endeavor is more like, I will accept you as a father, but do not think I forgive you yet. Or maybe he is, I am open to forgiving you, but I'm not gonna totally forgive you. His past with his mom is extremely tragic and it's horrible. It would be even more horrible if we got confirmation that after she burned half of his face, she was actually trying to kill him. He had to force her so she doesn't hurt him or something, but that did not happen. We don't get any confirmation. Like maybe she just completely broke down or something. We just know she burned half of his face. So yeah. Also, his design. He's inspired by Zuko from the Avatar: The Last Airbender, and Zuko is my favorite character from that show. So yeah, I like her very much. I do kind of like how they're using the two completely different quirks. Like, it's like these quirks could be anything more different, and he's still badass. I do kind of feel like after the whole sports festival, he was kind of again leveled down, if that's the right word, because before he seemed like the strongest student by a mile, and yet he is now being beaten by a guy who he could melt easily. It's just weird. But who cares really? He's just a great character, and I hope we get more from him, because right now all his character development is mostly done with his father. So yeah, he's a great character. And now let's get to number 1. And number 1 character is Kyoka Jiro, everyone! I think I mistyped her name because I usually put an OP after it, but who cares? It's Kyoka Jiro! Now some of you guys say, Kyoka Jiro, she's your favorite character. We have characters like Ochako, characters like Shoto, we have characters Bakugo, Izuku, and yeah, you picked Jiro of all people? Someone that's usually barely makes, either doesn't make it in the top 10 or is barely out of those? Why the fuck is she your favorite? No, let me explain why she's my favorite. First thing, best girl, obviously, that automatically makes a character get higher points. But the real reason why she's my favorite is she is the reason why I follow My Hero Academia. Like, my first interactions with My Hero Academia were just a couple of clips with the villains, and then maybe I heard someone mentioned, but until then Tag101 make his video on Aoyama, I was kinda intrigued with his character discussion series because I kinda like his videos. Aoyama's video was alright, I don't have anything special to say, but not enough. Then he announced that the next character he'll be discussing will be Jiro. And I was like, and just by her design, I was like, alright, I'm more interested. Then I went on the internet, I followed up a bit more, and I also learned more. Also, the first manga that I actually, the first manga chapter that I can recall that I read, like, if I would have to go back when I was starting to follow manga more, Jiro's chapter where she sings a lot is the one I can remember the most. And then I came to the video with Jiro, and I was pretty patient. I was extreme, and I could not wait for her video. And then we get her video, and I am incredibly happy. I'm so just blown away that I start to follow My Academia completely. Characters reviews, follow it. Story, follow it. Watching that, yes. Manga, follow it. I'm just so it's all thanks to Jiro. Yes, there are relatable characters in the show. The characters I can relate more to than Jiro, but it's just she got me into this. Like, if you ask me if the character can get you into the series, and not because they're incredibly relatable, because the only thing I can really relate to Jiro is that when she doesn't know, she starts panicking, just what to do. That's basically the only thing we have a similar. Plus, we both like rock and roll music. She is just great. I also like her basic design. I cannot wait to know how they could do more with her. Like, should they give her a sound-based sword because she can't use a sword? Like, only ways they could use it, and because of her, sound is one of my top 5 favorite powers. I don't know where I would exactly put it in because I'm kind of interchanging with electricity, ice, darkness, and darkness, but still. I mean, she got me into My Hero Academia. I love her power, sound-based power. I like her character development, and she is just best girl. Like, just amazing. You can say what you want, but Jiro is, for me, the best character in the series. And honestly to God, she's underrated for me. And you can say what you want, but Jiro is the best girl because she got me into it. And once this character does this, she was always going to be my favorite character. I don't care if I'm wrong or something. If you can say, well, she may got you into it, but she doesn't have much. Well, guess what? I'm not gonna blame her. I'm gonna blame everyone else. Also, I feel like I already said this with Izuku, but I kind of feel like she should have the fight with Gentle. Hell, maybe after the Tartarus prison breaks and Toma is gonna be able to convince Gentle to join him, we might have to have a fight with them. Who knows, really? I mean, I just love Jiro. Now, anyways, I hope you like this video. I hope you're gonna leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. And that's it. I cannot wait to see all of you people next time. Bye.